Alright, Twisters, it's that time of week again. Wednesday, by my fancy Mickey Mouse watch, I got the 4th of May, so for all you Star Wars fans out there, the 4th be with you. I think that's what they were saying. Who knows? Alright, just got done doing me some gardening. It's pretty nice outside right now. It's about 50, 55 degrees, sunny. Zombie activity's kind of light. It's always a good thing. So, let's get right into it. As always, you know how this works. No editing, no fancy music, no gigas, doodads, all that other good stuff. Had a comment. Chris on the YouTube page, he fired off a comment to me concerning our last project we did, the homemade pop can candle. And he recommended that we try some natural cloth cord. Now, I looked for some today, and all I was able to find was braided cotton multi-purpose sash cord. This stuff right here. Cotton, cloth, should be the ticket. So we're going to try it here real quick while we're sitting here. You know, like I said, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. If they don't work, we're going to try to make them work. But that's where I need your guys' input, because you know what, sometimes I know everything I need to know about a subject, other times I don't, and I rely on you guys to inform me just the same as I kind of hope I'm informing you with some of these projects. It's one of those win-win situations. Be all you can be in the Army and old slogans and stuff like that. So yeah, I have no idea how they do this, but it never fails. They always get the ends tucked in there, and it's like, where the heck is the end on this thing? Oh, there it is. Okay. And it looks like it might have a little bit of a synthetic core, but for the most part, it's all natural. So, let's get this gear off here. Make a little easier on ourselves. Not going far. Putting it right here. That way if I have to grab it and jump and run, I can grab it and jump and run. We're going to cut the tip off. Yeah, no jokes. I heard you out there snickering. Alright. Yeah, there's a little bit of synthetic in there, but I think that might work. So we'll go. Of course, we've got our can still. Still got the oil in it. I didn't change it out on you, so it's still that cooking oil. Cut us about a length, about yay long, like I did yesterday. It's been almost a week. It has been a week. As of today ain't the. See, I'm all kinds of jacked up. I post the videos on Wednesday, but I typically record them on Saturday. So I told you today was Wednesday, but it's actually Saturday. So see, there's that mess up thing going on in the brain. You know, maybe I got a little too much bit of sun. We'll talk about that a little bit later. That's going to be one of our topics of discussion. So we're going to take it, slide it right in, get us a little bit of good old zombie sea oil going on there. Flip it around. Drop it down in again. Now, I'm going to admit, if this works, it's going to be pretty freaking cool. But, like we saw last time, it didn't do too much for us. Grab our rag. Okay, so y'all can see that, right? Got that in there. Got our wick right there. Green tip matches, like always. Okay. Let's see what happens. I don't know, folks. I'm getting some flameage. I'm getting a little bit of flameage there. Oh. Can you guys see that? Check that out. It seems to be working. So maybe it wasn't a bust the first go around. Maybe we're just using the wrong style of rope. I mean, you got a good bit of. I'm checking to make sure it pulled down the fire alarm. That'd be kind of embarrassing. Set off the fire alarm. Next thing I know, I have zombies pounding on the door wanting in, thinking I'm cooking bacon or something. But it seems to be working. I mean, the can's not getting hot. It's burning down the rope a little bit, but I mean, not much. And you can probably control the how much you got going on there. Grab the old multi-purpose tool here so I don't burn my fingers. Let's pull this. What I'm doing is I'm going to see if I can control the flame by how much wick I have exposed. Yep. Check that out. So I moved it down a good bit and put it right against the ring, and it's working. Just standard cooking oil, some cotton blend rope, and it's working. So not everything you see on the internet is true, but at the same time, there are some truths out there. So there you go. So in order to make this work, what you need, some cloth fabric rope. I was using just some standard sash cord, cotton blended cotton. It's got a synthetic core, but I'm not seeing a lot of burn on the synthetic core, so that's a good sign. Vegetable oil and a can, and I mean it puts out a good bit of flame, as you can see. So what we're going to do is we're going to set that right here. There we go. We're going to set it right there in the side, so it's going to be like my little friend in the window. You see right here? Yeah. My little friend in the window. That's going to be my little mascot for the day. We're going to see how long that burns. See if it burns the whole time we're talking, and if it doesn't, we'll know. Okay. So, success. We figured one out. A little bit of ingenuity between everybody, and it worked. I'm impressed. You know, it's a simple project. It seems to be relative. I mean, there's some heat there. I mean, I can feel it right about here. Whew. Yeah, I can feel it there. There's some good heat coming off that, but for the most part, it's working. I wouldn't be too afraid to use it. I mean, you could probably even cook over it a little bit if you tried. So we'll see how long that burns. Let's go on to our next project. Now, same thing as always. Basically what I did, I was trolling around on the internet between my killing zombies and doing some gardening, and I found another project. And it looks like it's going out. Now, let's get a little bit more wick out there. I want to make sure this goes for a little bit. And I should probably throw this out there for you young kids. Oops. Well, see that? I put it out. Pulled the tip of the ember off. But for you young kids out there, do not try this at home. For you adults, if you try it, be safe. Let's light this again and see what it does. It lit relatively fast. Check that out. Okay, so not bad. I'm still kind of impressed. Okay, so as I was saying, I was trolling around on the internet. Not really trolling, I was just kind of cruising looking for some stuff. And come across another project that I figured would be kind of cool. It's something that I've seen floating around there a lot of times, but I've never tried it myself, and I've never seen anybody actually do it. So I figured, why the heck not? Let's give it a try. Basically, it's making one of these, which is your Chem Stick, Chem Light, glow-in-the-dark stick. I carry these all over the place. These are great. This one's actually, the reason I pulled this one off is I'm not even sure this one will work anymore, because it's been on my gear for going on at least 2 years. I don't think they have any issues, but you know what? It never hurts to pull them off and recycle them. You know, put some new ones on. So we'll pop this one just to do a comparison look to it. But basically, you got what you're going to need for this project is your radioactive sludge. It's not really radioactive sludge, but anybody that drinks this stuff can probably guess what it is. It's your good old-fashioned, sugar-induced, highly caffeinated Mountain Dew. I mean, there's so much stuff in this that, yeah, don't drink it. I didn't drink this one, I'll have you know. I just donated the top portion to somebody else that does drink this stuff. So you got your Mountain Dew in a bottle. You got some good old-fashioned baking soda. I just grabbed a box of this. You can find it in anywhere. You know, we've got this laying all over the place. Use it for freshening, deodorizing, cleaning, all that good stuff. And I can't remember. I'm going to have to double check. I don't know if baking soda or it's baking powder that you can use for toothpaste. It makes it with a little bit of water. It's been a while since I've done it. And then this stuff is the bomb diggity for everything. You should have plenty of this on hand. Peroxide, hydrogen peroxide. See? Still sealed. Pretty simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to take ourselves, we're going to open up a handy dandy knife out. So basically what it says to do is you're going to take your radioactive sludge and you're going to put a little bit of your baking soda and your radioactive sludge. So we're going to dip this like this. Oops. Not making too much of a mess. Ooh, it's bubbling. That's kind of interesting. You guys see that? Got a little bit of fizzing action going on there. Okay. Well, we'll put a little more just for goodness sakes. Can you hear that? Kind of like Alka-Seltzer. Okay. We're going to put this lid back on that just in case it's supposed to keep the gases in. Take us our hydrogen peroxide. Yuck. Baking soda in the mouth. Don't know how I do it, but I do it every time. Now, an interesting side note, baking soda, for those of you who don't know, is actually produced in Wyoming at the Trona mines further southwest of here. I used to live in that area. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we got our hydrogen peroxide. So what we're supposed to do here, take our hydrogen peroxide and we're supposed to take 3 caps, 3 capfuls. So one, 2, and 3. Oh, and our candle just went out. Okay, so 3 capfuls of hydrogen peroxide. So then we take this, and now we're supposed to be able to shake it up, and it's supposed to glow. But it's not going to really glow too much on us, I don't think, because it's not really that dark in here. Let me see. Hold on. Let's check something here. Nope, no glow. Okay, so our candle kind of works till the wick burns down. So I don't know if it's not drawing any oil in there or what, but we'll look at that a little bit later. Let's add us a little bit more baking soda in here, just to be sure that we got enough in there, because I don't know if I got enough in there. See, that's the thing about projects like this off the internet. They don't always tell you the exact amount that you need. They just kind of say some. Okay, so there's some. Put the lid back on it. Get our rag again. Wipe off the outside. Shake it up. I'm not. No. Well, let's see. You got that there. And that's just the color that is coming through. As you can see, it's just kind of, it's there, but I think it's because of the sun. Now here's a chem stick that hasn't been broken yet. So let's snap and shake. And see, even in the light, you can see it's glowing pretty well. It's a, you know, just a chem light compared to this here. I still got baking soda in my mouth. Yuck. I'm not seeing anything. I mean, there's kind of a little weird mixture going on in there, but I'm not seeing. So maybe just for the giggles, let's put a little more peroxide in there. Because the picture they showed on the internet of this thing was it was glowing. I mean, it was like luminescent, glowing like nobody's business. Okay, so we put a good bit of hydrogen peroxide in there. Again, this stuff's great. Use it for all your cuts, wounds, scrapes. Infection is a bad thing. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. It's not really glowing. I mean, even in the daylight you can see the glow stick. And this is, there's no reaction. None whatsoever. Let me check something again. All I'm doing is I'm finding me a okay. Here's what we'll do. As you can see, there's the chem stick. There's the bottle of radioactive sludge. Inside my cutlery drawer here, you can see, I mean, that's glowing pretty good. There is nothing going on in there. Not one iota of anything. It's just not glowing. So, as I said before, I just made you all sick, moving you, flying you around like that. If you know how this works, or you know what I'm missing to make it work, by all means, comment, let me know. Because as you saw, we got a comment on our homemade candle, and it actually kind of seems to work. Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Just dropped the fuse down in there. What I'm going to try to do is pull the fuse out. Since it's soaked on one side, I'm going to pull it out. If I can get it out. Where'd it go? I might not be able to pull it out because it's dropped all the way down in there. Nope, not going to be able to pull it out, so we'll cut us off another little piece here, and I'm going to soak it for a little bit while I'm still talking to you about a couple of our other projects we got going on. And we'll try it again with a little more soaked on one side for the with the vegetable oil. Maybe it needs to have it soaked in there to draw it through. So we'll just stick it just like that for now and let it sit. Okay, let's clean up our workspace here real quick. Baking soda. And you know what? I think it is baking soda you can use as... I'll have to double check. I'll check into that for you. Alright. So, we're kind of 50% right now. Half and half. We got one thing sort of to work and the other one not so much. But that's the run of the gambit. So we are 50% on our homemade pop can candle, and we are negative on our glow-in-the-dark radioactive chem light sludge. So again, if you got any ideas, I'm missing something. Some of you chemists out there, I bet you know how to make this work. Drop me a line, comment, let me know what's going on, and we'll try it again. Next go around. Okay, so with that, it sounds like somebody's lighting some zombies up out there. Get some. Let's check our agenda. Okay, so we talked about our homemade glow sticks, the cotton rope. It's working. Let's go. Well, and that's something I want to point out real quick. This cotton rope, it's fabric, fabric rope. So if you wanted to make an improvised lantern, you had some canola, the canola oil, which is vegetable oil, and the tiki lamp oil. You have some of that. You have some actual kerosene oil. You could make this with that, and I bet you it would work just the same. It'd probably work a little better. So that's something to think about. So let's move on to our next tip here. So today it was warm outside. Was out gardening, planting some seeds. It's first week of May. That's about the best time to plant seeds around here. Get your garden going. I'm going to be honest. This is the first time I've ever tried a garden in Wyoming. I will get pictures for you. And I'm just going to make this one grand adventure. Either I grow something or I don't. And we'll see what happens. I am no green thumb, as you can see. Actually, pretty much thumbs are all black and blue and brown and scarred up and everything else. Anything but a green thumb. Most of the time I'm better at destroying things than I am growing things. So it's going to be an interesting all around. I am not using power tools. I will be using a hand hoe and a shovel, and either using my water hose or carrying the water manually. Going to make it just like it is now. It's the apocalypse. Got to deal with a zombie somehow. I got to grow food. I'm going to grow some food, see what it can do. I got a variety of different things. I'll show you the seeds and stuff I got later on down the line in probably in the next update, so you can see it. But going on to the topic I wanted to talk about, survival tip basically, is something I've noticed throughout my military career, throughout my civilian career before the zombies started coming around, and even during the apocalypse. A lot of people don't think about the environment. And no, I'm not saying the global warming, all that. No, that's not the type of environment I'm talking about. I'm talking about the environment around you right now, what you're in. It's even if you look at the training videos we watch, the zombie apocalypse movies we watch, it's always about how dangerous the zombies are or how dangerous the people are. They never cover how dangerous the environment is, especially when you get so used to standard conveniences. Literally a standard convenience. A lot of people, I guarantee you don't even think about it, and for me it's the same way. It drove me nuts. I tried this. This right here, Blistex chapstick. I carry a tube with me everywhere, and I put it on my lips. The wind blows out here all the time, so wind-blown lips, sunburnt lips, it's what it is. I forgot it one day, and I went nuts. I actually finally got up and went and found another tube. It drove me insane. I had to have my Blistex. Had to have that chapstick on there, so my lips needed, I put it on. It's become a standard for me. People don't realize that. Think about it. How many of you do the same thing? What about sunscreen? Me, I don't carry sunscreen. I should. That's part of the reason we're talking about this. So, sunscreen. You go out there, you don't even think about it. You're out in the sun all day, you've been working, taking care of a zombie slash pile, whatever the case may be, and you don't wear sunscreen. The next day, you're going to pay for it. And before all this stuff happened, I paid for it pretty dearly. I took the kids out to the lake. It was on a July 4th weekend. We went out to the lake, and we were having a good time. Went swimming. I'm not a shorts guy. I ever get my kilt, I'll show you why. I got to warn you, though, you'll have to turn your monitor gain down, because I will wash the screen out. No joke. This, when in the dark, has nothing on my legs. They glow like nobody's business. They have not seen the sun since the day I was born. No joke. But anyways, so I'm in shorts out in the lake, teaching the kids how to swim out in the lake. Sit down in a folding chair by the fire, and I fall asleep. Middle of the afternoon. Fire's out. Wake up. Don't think anything of it. Get dinner started, and I look down, and my legs are lobster. Toasted red. And they hurt. They hurt like nobody's business. Basically, what I ended up doing is almost giving myself second-degree burns. Because I was wet when I got out. That water intensified the heat on my legs and intensified the sun. It just amplified it. I basically roasted my legs. My feet, I got to the point, I wear boots. I don't have tennis shoes. I never have had tennis shoes since I stopped really running. My knees can't take the impact anymore, so I don't run. I walk and I jog, and I do that in boots. So I couldn't even put boots on. I actually had to call in. This is one of the weird things. I don't usually call in sick to work. I had to call in sick to work because I couldn't put my boots on. Couldn't get them on my feet. If you guys really want to see the pictures of them, I can throw the pictures up on Z-Girl Lizzie's Facebook page. Everything is a zombie apocalypse, and I'll throw them up there for you later on down the line, just to show you. They're not all that gruesome, but they hurt like nobody's business. And you could see they swelled up and swelled up. Is that a word? Swelled up? Swollen? Swollen? Yeah, anyways. Swelled up. For all you grammar Nazis out there, you can yell at me, comment, yell at me, whatever. Anyways, so they swelled up pretty bad. We were a good 32 to 40 miles away from the house, so we had to drive back. And the wife's not much of a driver when it comes to the motorhome because it was new at the time when we got it. She wasn't comfortable, and I didn't know it, but the engine compartment to this motorhome is right where the driver's seat. It's an old van style motorhome, so the engine compartment's right there. It was hot. I could feel every ounce of heat coming through there. It was just pure agony. And it was all because I didn't put sunscreen on. So the environment is just as deadly, if not more so, than your zombies, than your human beings. Because if you're not prepared for it, if you don't think about it, and you take it for granted, your modern conveniences, everywhere we go, we're in cars. So we can roll up the windows and crank up the AC when it's hot outside. How often do you spend outside doing manual labor, heavy work, in the heat? Some of us, it's a common occurrence, but we've got that tempo and we figure it out. We know, we need plenty of water, we need sunscreen. Others of us that don't do that kind of stuff, that's something you need to think about. That's something you need to be prepared for. What about the cold? Same thing. It's April, or it's actually now May in Wyoming, and it snows. It's like blizzard snows. 2 times in 2 weeks. We got over 12 inches to 12 to 16 inches the first day, and then the next go around about the same. So we got over like 3 feet of snow almost in less than 2 weeks here. And the temperatures drop down. And normal Wyoming temperatures in the winter anyways are below 0. But April, it's dropping down below 0. There was a lot of people that got into some serious situations they weren't prepared for because they think, oh, it's April, it's warm. No, it doesn't work that way. Mother Nature is mean. She's mean and spiteful, and she's just going to do whatever she wants, whenever she wants, however she wants to do it. And that's why you got to be prepared for it. So don't take for granted the environment. Don't take for granted the little small things you have going on in your life right now. Ballistics, chapstick, Carmex, sunscreen, aloe vera. Oh, that's aloe vera. Oh, that's the good stuff. I love that stuff when I get sunburned. Don't take it for granted because, it might come down to that. You might not be able to get any more of it. Another thing is ibuprofen, Motrin. That's grunt candy, man. That's, we get hurt. And when I was in the infantry, when I got hurt, Doc would come up and rub dirt on it, drink water, and throw some grunt candy. Here, take 800 milligrams of Motrin. Drive on. You'd go through that in a heartbeat. And I didn't think anything of this. I had some stashed away here at the house, and I didn't think anything of it. And all of a sudden I realized, how long has it been since I've checked that? So I opened that up. Did you know Motrin and ibuprofen can go bad? I didn't. Until I opened it up and about killed myself with the smell. It stank. It was like something crawled in there and died. It can go bad. Don't know how long it takes to go bad because I don't remember when I put it up in the, I had a big bottle put up in the cabinet just to have it because we always have it on hand in the house. It can go bad, and it stunk so bad, and you don't want to, and it's like, I ain't touching that stuff. So rotate your stocks regularly. Don't take for granted these things, and watch the environment. Prep for the environment and be prepared for the environment. Because when it comes down to it, zombies are predictable. Humans can become predictable, and you can gather human intel on them. You can figure them out. Zombies you can figure out. Humans you can figure out. But Mother Nature, you're not going to figure her out. She's the ultimate woman, and you ain't going to figure her out. No offense to the ladies out there, because literally, I'm still trying to figure out my wife, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But Mother Nature, you ain't going to figure her out. So don't forget that. There's your survival tip of the week. Let me get a little bit of water. Okay, like I said, hydrate. It's good for you. All right. So let's go into our gear review. This video is going to run a little longer than the last one, just because I tried a couple different things and we're throwing a couple things in there. I figured the survival tip might go over pretty well. If you guys like that, please let me know. You know, as always, you can subscribe, comment, like Z-Girls Everything Zombie Apocalypse, the Facebook page. It'll be in the links below, somewhere down here, and we'll go from there. But I got a special treat for you. As everybody knows, I am a firearms instructor. I've been a firearms instructor in the military. I do it now on both the civilian side and the military side. I've done firearms instruction between live weapons, simulation weapons, and I've even done it utilizing video games. And we can talk about that a little. You know, if you guys are interested in some of that, ask questions, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. What I'm going to show you today is one of my favorite weapons that I have right now. It's nothing fancy, but I like it. And before I show it to you, I'm going to give you a little back brief on it. Everybody, in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, should own one of these weapons. It is a Ruger 1022. Ruger 1022. 22 rifle, semi-automatic, simple, small, compact, they're great plinker guns, great practice weapons, great for small game, great for a pinch. You can use them for just about anything. I will be doing a video later on down the line. I'm going to do some ballistics testing videos. I've got some cool ideas for this, and I'm going to do it in a fashion that's not typically done by everybody else. I hate videos out there. For those of you who make the videos, I'm talking to you. I hate the videos that have you making your skulls and your analog skulls and your ballistic gelatin, and then you walk 25 feet away and shoot it. Come on, seriously? When have I ever been 25 feet from something and shot it in the head and it didn't move? No, it's not going to happen. So I can't make moving targets. I'd love to. I'm going to try to. I'm going to figure some way out. I will eventually figure it out, but I can't do it right now. But what I am going to do is realistic distances. And that's where we're going to talk about this first, though.